Welcome to SKNIS Perspectives,
an interactive program of the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service, aired weekly on this radio station.
Today on Perspectives, we introduce you to a dynamic group of young people at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College who have used social media to make a name for themselves in the region and promote themselves as entrepreneurs.
When the judges reviewed who were actually on the team and to find out that we were some of the youngest people to enter in this competition, we're very intrigued that we were able to put out a project of this quality.
I'm Ian Richards, and Perspectives begins right now. Entrepreneurship has been singled out by the government of St. Kitts and Nevis as a tool for empowerment of persons and the economy. An important group targeted is youth.
We believe that entrepreneurship development is a perfect and ideal avenue to pursue the development and empowerment of young persons.
Pierre Liebert is a senior youth officer within the Department of Youth Empowerment, responsible for business development.
Because it touches on various aspects of personal development, whether economic empowerment, broaden their horizons, teach them to see things differently, to envision opportunities and develop plans and ideas to see about taking advantage of those opportunities. It also develops their personal skills, personal development, sense of appreciation, purpose and accomplishment, and it has been my privilege to be involved, to be charged with pursuing youth entrepreneurship.
The need for improvement was made even clearer, given a defining moment 2 years ago.
Being charged with the responsibility of pursuing entrepreneurship development, came into contact with several partners, including Mr. Starrett Green, the St. Kitts and Nevis OAS representative, who put us on to the Take America's business plan competition, which is an OAS business plan competition. So we would be competing against not only countries in the Caribbean, but also Central and South America and so forth. We tried to get young persons involved through the Department of Youth Empowerment and several partners. And we realized that despite our efforts, the requirements to compete successfully in that competition were a little bit intensive. And the young persons that we would have interacted with, the capacity did not meet the requirements.
The department has hosted a number of business trainings, including 3 creativity for youth employment and business opportunity workshops that exposed 65 young persons in St. Kitts and Nevis. They have also collaborated with a number of local, regional and international agencies. One such partner is the Organization of American States.
Young people are the future of this hemisphere. They're going to be the captains of industry for tomorrow. They're going to be the ones who will be leading our businesses. And they're the ones with the innovative ideas, the imaginative ideas that will certainly run our businesses and therefore ensure that there's continuity in the business world.
Starrett Green, the OAS representative to St. Kitts and Nevis, stated that the OAS uses the Young American Business Trust, or YABT, to forward its youth entrepreneurship initiative.
Last year we hosted an entrepreneurial workshop. We had professors coming in from Israel and were able to facilitate what I consider to be a most successful workshop, where we had over 30 young people learning the principles of businesses. We have followed that up with some mini workshops sponsored by YABT. Right here in St. Kitts we held one, and one was also held on Nevis. And what we sought to do there was bring young people together, giving them the opportunity to sit and exchange their ideas, in fact, let ideas contend, and to take the best of those ideas and see how we can weave them into the development of business proposals, which will then, in reality, become businesses that are meaningful, that can be further developed for their good, and for the good, of course, of St. Kitts and Nevis, and of course the region as a whole.
We went on a fairly extensive campaign to get youth organizations to participate, or get their young person to participate, and we spread the word on radio, Freedom FM being a staunch supporter, and we interacted with YABT, and who called in from Washington, to spread the word. Dylan Webb, our youth think tank representative as well, been spreading the word. It was quite an intensive effort to get the message across and develop the capacity for young persons to participate in this competition.
Over 90 persons were sensitized at the training of the CIC, and word of the opportunity quickly spread.
Now, when I was on the radio station Freedom FM with the CARICOM Youth Ambassadors, the youth in representative for St. Kitts called in and he spoke about it, and right there exactly I went home and I contacted Kaijana and I told them, okay, we have to get on board with this and we need a team from St. Kitts.
Dennis McCall's conversation with his friend Kaijana Henry was not long, but it was enough to spark the interest of the 17-year-old. They came together and formulated a plan of action. The first order of business was building a team.
In selecting the team, we looked at the sexy background, your personality, and how well you can interact with each other. Now, we had to go through a process. It was an all-night thing, and we debated on who should be on the team. So when it came down to the end of the night, we found out that, okay, these are the names that we want, and we know that these person can come through for us.
The name of the team is St. Kitts Business Connections. It's a group of young, capable students at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryan College that came together to participate in the Caribbean Innovation Challenge. They all have specific roles: the Chief Executive Officer, the Chief Operating Officer, the Chief Marketing Officer, the Chief Financial Officer, the Marketing Manager, the Finance Manager, and the Assistant to the Technical Officer.
When we work together like brothers and sisters. You would never believe that none of us knew each other before. Our first meeting, it was like, okay, I know you. Yeah, and after that, everybody was good. We never had a problem with anybody in the group. Everybody always communicates with each other. No matter what we bring, whatever task that we have, and we tell you to do it, expect by the end of the day or by the next day that task will be completed. That is the good thing about the team. They're always willing to work and they're very hard-working young people.
The team of 8 includes Kaijana as Chief Executive Officer, Dennis as Chief Operating Officer, and Andre Hanley as Chief Marketing Officer. The Chief Financial Officer role is played by Adiel Shiverton, Finance Manager by Sanal Huggins, Nia Francis is the Marketing Manager, the Chief Technical Officer is Jaleel Grant, and Assistant to the Technical Officer is Jenny Williams.
Well, in the project plan, we had an executive summary. We also had to speak about market feasibility, finance feasibility, and then we had to explain our organizational structure to the judges in Barbados. Another thing about us being selected from almost 500 other participants from CARICOM member states, our project plan isn't something you normally see. We do social media management. A lot of large corporate entities, they have some sort of social media, but they're too large to deal with it. That's where we come in and we manage it for them. That's not something you see normally.
I think when the judges reviewed who were actually on the team and to find out that we were some of the youngest people to enter into this competition, they're very intrigued that we were able to put out a project of this quality. When compared to, we went up against teams that were coming from UE, adults who had already established businesses. And we were just fresh out of high school and we just started this project. I'm thinking that is what really intrigued them and made them interested in our project.
Local stakeholders were also intrigued by the concept. Messrs. Liebert and Green were joined by Siobhan Douglas of the St. Kitts and Nevis Development Bank during a meeting with the group.
It's an innovative proposal and we met with them recently and we gave them some pointers and some positive critiques where we see they could enhance and to improve on prior to getting to the finals, so that when they come up to the judges that would be discussing with them, they're prepared, they're on the ball, and they impressed them so well that they gave them top prize in every category if possible. I would like that to happen to them.
Well, I was rather impressed, first of all, to meet these young people from CFBC. And I'm glad they're coming out from one of our tertiary institutions, and the interest they've shown, the enthusiasm they've shown, and the talent they have brought into the proposals that they uncovered to us this afternoon. I was rather impressed with the idea of developing a marketing services business. I think it has potential. the fact that they would want to target other young people across the region using social media certainly is the way to go. And I think it speaks to the explosion that has occurred in social media. And I've never seen any medium that has attracted young people as the social media has. And so in the context of your question, yes, I personally am impressed. And these young people are really the products of the work that the OAS has done, the work that the Ministry of Youth Empowerment has done, and other institutions and other stakeholders have done. And I think we are all very proud of that.
I feel good. I feel very proud of our young persons. I've always believed that we have tremendous capacity to excel and to compete efficiently and effectively on any stage. And I think that the young persons that participated demonstrated that, and I look forward to them demonstrating it even further and bringing home top prizes in the finals in the coming weeks. And I want to say that throughout the region, there were 493 entries from countries large and small, all around the Caribbean, Belize, Jamaica, Trinidad, and Bahamas, Barbados, and so forth. And 10 teams entered the competition from St. Kitts and Nevis. And of that 493, one of our own teams will be competing against the other top 19 from the region. And I think that is a major accomplishment for the young persons that participated. And it speaks volumes to the capacity development, the education that they are receiving, and the support that they're receiving here in St. Kitts and Nevis. So I think that not just the youth department should be sharing in the pride of this, but the country as a whole, because our young persons kind of compete effectively, compete successfully in just about anything we allow them to put their minds to it. And I just want to say that those young persons, coincidentally, they didn't come to the trainings that we offered. They came out of CFB, different classes in CFB. Seems like we're doing something right. And I encourage all of us to encourage our young persons and to push them to realize their own potential, their true potential.
Andre shared the sentiment of Mr. Liebert regarding the quality of local educational institutions.
That says that even though it's a relatively small institution, it's still capable of producing students of a very high level quality, and they are ready for the world of work. I'm currently studying architecture, but so far I've found that the courses that they've offered at the college are very good and make you well versed. We were basically just out of high school when we started doing this, so high school was also very instrumental. We were chosen because of most of us were in the same principles of business class in high school, and we got to know each other through that.
For members of St. Kitts Business Connection, leaves for Barbados on April 24 to compete in the finals of the CIC, scheduled for April 25 and 26. And they say you can help contribute to their success.
As we head off to Barbados soon, I would just like the support of the general public, also all the institutions that are here in St. Kitts, the economic institutions that deal with money. We really need your support. And while in Barbados, we really need help with the likes on our Facebook page, because the judges are looking at that especially. Also, we just like everyone to pray for us, because that is most important, and just wish us good luck.
I'd like to thank everybody who has supported us so far, and I'd like to tell you that you can go on to our website, which is stkittsbc.webs.com, and find out more about us.
So how confident is the group?
We expect to go to the competition, learn and grow, and most importantly, we expect to win for St. Kitts and Nevis.
In Barbados, we want to show the older folks that, you know, even though we're the youngest, we can bring a lot to the table, and we're coming with a hard force in Barbados. Even if we don't win, we'll always come back to St. Kitts and we'll try to be the best marketing company that St. Kitts has ever seen before.
I really expect us to win. I'm also looking forward to the experience that we'll be gaining. I'm looking forward to meeting all the other people from the other countries, but I think we will be victorious.
And if they do win?
We plan on legally and formally establishing ourselves as a business. There's a prize money of $5,000 for the competition. We plan on reinvesting that back into the company.
OAS Representative Green and Senior Youth Officer Liebert wished the group well in the contest and explained that efforts to transform the entrepreneurship climate in St. Kitts and Nevis will continue.
Well, in fact, that's the way to go, Ian. Helping young people to have that independence and what I call self-reliance. And when young people can rely on themselves, when they can gain that independence, they'll be better off. They'll be better off today, and they'll be better off for tomorrow. And so if anything doesn't come out of this, one of the things we want to come out of it as an organization is that the young people of the Federation, the young people of the sub-region, in fact, the young people of this hemisphere will gain that self-reliance and will be able to generate their own incomes, and from their incomes generate wealth and break that sense of poverty and break that sense of dependence that has gripped our young people. And we think getting into business, owning your own business, provides the opportunity for them to do that.
Finally, Mr. Green, you touched on earlier the partnership that exists with the Department of Youth Empowerment. Tell us a bit about how OAS views that partnership.
We consider that partnership to be vital. In fact, I'll use the word indispensable. And one of the reasons why we're here is to work with institutions of government, including the Ministry of Youth Empowerment, and because together we'll be able to do more. And what we're excited about doing is supporting the efforts of the Ministry of Youth Empowerment, giving them the technical assistance that they need, giving them the funding that they need through the Young America's Business Trust. And I would be disappointed as the OS representative if I hold this position and turn my back against young people. I was young once. And so now I have a special feeling for young people. I know they are the future, and when people like myself are gone, certainly I want to see young people taking over my position. So we view partnership with all institutions, including those of government, to be vital. They are essential. And I think I alone can't do it. And so partnering with the Ministry of Youth Empowerment will help us to go a long way in providing our young people with the independence and the self-reliance they need for today and indeed for tomorrow.
We are building and strengthening strategic partnerships to pool resources and pool efforts towards developing the capacity of our young persons, shaping their mindsets to see themselves as young entrepreneurs, as potential entrepreneurs. We're developing materials, mechanisms, networks, strategies, and so forth to create that improved environment. And I must say that the Development Bank, who has also been supporting the CIC and is in discussions with the young persons competing in the finals, have been one of those strong and very supportive partners in this effort. And we look forward to more partnerships such as that, to bring whatever resources that you can, to lend advice, lend your time and so forth, to sit down and speak with young persons if you could, and share your knowledge, share your experience, listen to their ideas, be a sounding board, and encourage them. Provide whatever experience or expertise or knowledge that you have that could benefit them and their business. We encourage everybody to provide that. We're pursuing training initiatives. We're in discussions with partners to provide further training, to provide resources to allow our young persons to gain access to startup capital. We are in discussions with the PEP, I think that's fair to say, to see if we could assist them or partner with them in their entrepreneurship development initiatives. And we have our eyes on several other partners and several key things that we think that we could work with them in doing. We work with NED as well and the Division of Youth Services in Nevis to provide training to the young persons in Nevis. And just about the very same opportunities that we would like to have for young persons in St. Kitts, we trying to get that for our youth in Nevis as well. So in time, you should be hearing quite a lot more. We're working hard.
Senior Youth Officer Pierre Liebert. Our thanks also to Kaijana Henry, Dennis McCall, and Andre Hanley, as well as also Starrett Green for contributing to today's program. To support the group or find out more about St. Kitts Business Connection, visit saintkittsbc.webs.com. That is saintkittsbc.webs.com, or you can also like their Facebook page. Remember, Saint is spelled S-A-I-N-T instead of the typical S-T, as we all know. And while on your Facebook, be sure to like our SKNIS page there as well. It features a link to important government websites and of course has interesting articles and videos produced by our department. I'm Ian Richards.
We're pleased that you joined us for this edition of SKNIS Perspectives. Join us every week at this same time on this radio station.
This program is produced by the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service.